Hey Bitz. Hey Bitz. Hey Bitz.
Tier 3 sub. Damn, you bloody legend.
54 months. 54 months. God, I am old.
Hey Bitz.
I bet we can go back. Oh my god, is that its prime?
It's Bitz 07.
Hey Bitz.
Hey, a resub. Thank you.
A hype train? What?
Good morning. Good afternoon. And good bloody evening, chat. Hello. How you doing? How you goddamn doing?
Hey, Bitz.
Hello. 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 Hi, hi, hi.
Hey, Bitz.
It's been near enough a week, chat. How you doing? I've changed things because obviously it's me. Whoa. Hello. Hi. How you doing, chat? Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good bloody evening. How you doing? Guys, you got a little nuts. You got a little nuts. A lot of resubs coming in. A lot of resubs. A lot of bloody resubs. Probably watch Jude during this week. Holy moly.
Hey, 5 bloody gifted subs. Thank you so much.
Milwaukee with a 5. Let me throw that over there. Milwaukee with a 5 bloody gifted subs. Hello. What's up, everybody? Hi, hi, hi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Milwaukee, thank you so much for the 5. The hype train is still going. Rob, hello. Sakatera, hello. Thank you so much for the 29 months also. Renoshi with the 5. Thank you so much. Isimba with the 5 gifted also. Thank you so much. Vit, thank you so much for the 37 months. Bloody hell. Theatre with a 5 gifted. Biraz, hello. Theatre then with a 54 months at tier 3. Benny, hello. Hotford Girl, hello. Grimlock, hello. Milwaukee with a 55 months. Hello, hello, hello. Oh my god. Who's that? Theatre with another 5 gifted. Thank you so much. I totally forgot. Shit, finger slipped again. Oh no. Oh no. 3,228 gifted subs in total, Theatre. Absolute crackhead. I don't know. Are these from the previous stream? I don't know. I don't know. My finger slipped. How you doing, chat? How's things? Have you noticed the camera's a lot smoother now also? Like, hell of a lot smoother. You might have noticed. Some of you won't have noticed. Right. Hello. Yes, it's a lot smoother. You know why? It's because it's 50 FPS now. Not 24. It's 50. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Oh. Not me last time noticing you moved it a tiny bit. Hey, John, hello. Hello, 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 hello. How doing? How are you feeling? I woke up at like 4 o'clock because I had a delivery, so you know. So I was kind of I've just been kind of basically sleeping. Like, I've mainly been sleeping through the days. Sleeping through the days. Yeah, 4 p.m. Hence why I've not had any streams, because I've not been able to sleep. The pain's manageable in my knee with the injury. The pain is manageable. I have a high pain tolerance anyway. Like, pain doesn't really bother me, right? Hence why I don't get headaches or I don't get hangovers or all that shit. It's my superpower, right? But it's more of the constant burning with it won't rest. Have you ever been led in bed and you get like, it's very restless and you need to move it and it's like there's an itch in that joint and you can't get to it, you know? So it's like, that's basically what it is. So it's like, I can't get to it to like, it's been, yeah. I just can't get to it and get rid of the unit.
20 flipping gifted subs. Holy crap. Thank you. And make sure you thank your gifter.
Abraxas with the 20 gifted subs. 20 gifted bloody subs. Holy moly. Jesus. Shit slipped.
Hey, Bitz.
Holy moly, chat. You absolute bloody legends. Thank you so much for the love and the support. Abraxas, 20 gifted subs. Holy moly. Real. It's getting older bits. Wait, what are you on about? Oh. Let's do that and that. Nice. Okay, let's do that. Refresh that. Aha, there we go. Yes. But hello. How you sound is... Wait, what, Isimba? Yeah, there we go. Let me put that to one side. Yeah, I've this week, chat, I've not managed to get any videos edited or anything. I've been to the PC and just did things, but not like... Yeah, I'm gonna turn that light off because I've moved it. I want to move it because it's creating like a haze over the camera. Cool. What's the brightness of that? 32%. There we go. Not as bright now. What's up, Chaos? How you doing? You have multiple sclerosis. How are you? I'm doing well. Just this week has been a lot of sleep, but at the wrong time. It's basically what's been going on. So what has been going on? I've been watching just shows. I'm going to watch Sinners later on. Not seen that yet, so I'm going to watch that later. And yeah, just looking forward just to getting back to know. I wanted to get a streaming now. I do have Pragmata. Capcom sent a key over in case we want to play that at some point. Sinners was planning on watching it during the weekend. Yeah, yeah. I want to watch it. See, I've heard great things about it. That's the plan. Do.
Oh my god, is that a Twitch Prime?
Evening.
Ghost flying in space with a tier 1 for 13 months. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, 13 months, my dude.
Oh my
Thank you
god,
so much.
Is that a Twitch Prime?
Pumpkin with a
You
42
watching the
months. Probably not. Probably not. I don't usually watch all them awards.
Oh my god, a new subscription.
I don't normally watch them anyway.
Q34 gifted a tier 1 sub to I_money 2014.
Jeez. Hugh gifting a sub to iMoney as well. Oh yeah, you went bloody crazy. Was it level 9, chat? Level 9 hype train. Bloody mental. Ugh. So yeah,
Hey, Bitz.
today's stream might only be a short one.
Hey, Bitz.
I don't know yet. No. What's up, David? Hello, hello, hello. Kenny as well over on the YouTubes. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Oh, but chat, I've done a big brain thing. I've done a big brain thing. Big brain thing. With my OBS setup. Sydney late to the party. Okay. So that odds there. I'm gonna get the game open. So we can get some gaming. We can do some gaming. Let's get up into... Oh, I do want to play more. So for those that don't know, we started playing Windrose with Total the other day. I'm interested in playing it again. I kind of enjoyed it. Even though it was like, it kind of reminds me of like Conan with like Icarus and whatnot. It's basically what Skull and Bones should have been. Let me turn that light on. What's all you guys been up to anyway? What have you guys been doing? Let me right, we'll make a difference with it. What's the Jack? You finish your part of the Fix It Cup track. Hell yeah, nice. Been playing anything, mostly gardening. Started playing Data Center, working. I have, yeah, exam week, but now done with that. Starting part-time at Research Assistant on Monday. Okay. You're looking forward to that? Playing tons of Captain of Industry. Yeah, they've updated to 4.1, haven't they? 4.1 released. Third restart and about to start Steel again. LOL. Good old Steel. Good old Steel. Did you take part in the cup track? No. No. I do not have the time. No, D&D Sunday. Not tomorrow. Saturday tomorrow. You just made a heavy modular frame factory. Trying to take it slow and not rush it. Hell yes. Hell yes.
20 flipping gifted subs. Holy crap. Thank you. And make sure you thank your gifter.
Rob, with the 20 gifted. My dude. Holy moly. I should take more time off. I should take more time off. Jesus. There's more excitement when you don't see me for a week. Maybe I should reduce my schedule. Oh. You just miss me. But then you get bored of me streaming every single day. Oh my god. You're definitely looking for it. Get to finally do something else and keep studying. Also, more money for student life. So oh yeah, student loans. Guys, thank you so much thank you for your gifted sub from Rob. Appreciate it. Again, Rob, thank you so much for the 20 bloody gifted subs. Abraxas with a 20. Theatre gifting sub. Asinba gifting sub. Milwaukee gifting subs. Renoshi gifting subs. Thank you so much. Hugh gifting a sub. And all you resubbers also. Thank you so much. You haven't played Crimson Desert as much because I haven't been on. Oh boy. I did play a game. For those wondering, I did play a game whilst I was off stream. I did play a game whilst I was off stream. And the only reason is that is because it's for a dedicated YouTube video. No, it's not Candy Crush. I've been playing.
25 gifted. Holy! Did you know that's quarter of 100, or half of 50, or 1 of 25? Wait, I need to shut up. Thanks for the gifted subs. Yippee!
Theatre, I'm going to tell you where to stick that finger in a minute. It keeps slipping. You've applied too much lube on that finger. Well, sometimes you've only got to spit on it. Jesus. Oh, well. I think Mochi's arrived. Yep. See you all in a week. Yep, guys, thanks so much. I'll see you all when I see you next. I'll see you all in another week. I'll see you all in another week. Cheers, guys. Bye. That's all I need to do, yeah. No, but as I was saying, I've been playing Shapes 1.0. But Theatre, thank you so much for the 25 gifted. Thunder, thank you so much thank you for your sub. Appreciate you, man. Surprised you picked Satisfactory today versus Crimson Desert. I just kind of wanted to. That's the thing.
50 gifted subs. Holy Bitz, look. That's mad. That's 50 people who don't have to watch ads for the next month. Focus, man. You've either just screamed or you've got your hands on your face wondering what the hell is going on.
Every time.
But whoever gifted that, thank you so much. Holy crap. Woo.
Rob, this is like a dick measuring contest right now. It's just Rob it started off with 5s. It started off with 5 gifted subs today. There was a 5, and then another 5, And then another 5. And then a 10. And then another 10. And then a 20. And then a 25. Jesus, Rob, with a 50 gifted. He's sat there right now with a big smirk on his face. Just going, yeah. Rob, thank you so much for 50 gifted. Holy sugar balls. Holy moly. It's just, oh. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, after a rough week, this is definitely brought up the good times. So I appreciate you, man. You bloody mental chat. Thank you so much. Holy moly, Mochi, people are still trying to work. People have finished work. What are you doing? It's 10:30. Oh. Mochi, no, please, it's 10:30. Mochi's still at work. Everybody's still at work. You know. What's up, Nico? You've been watching another Satisfactory playthrough and it's made me join again. Hell yes. That team thinks he's a menace, yeah. Mochi's got little devil horns right now. Oh my god, Rob, thank you so much again for the 50 gifted. Plus, was it 20 earlier as well? The crazy thing is people over on YouTube don't know how much that costs. You know? 70 gifted subs times $4.99.
What the shit, bitch? She just got 69 subs. That's incredible. It's like the sex number. Nice. Let me play a little song to celebrate.
Oh. Disco with the 69 gifted sub. Jesus! Holy shit. 69 gifted subs. Chat, should I redo the 67 one? Oh my god, Disco with a 69 gifted. Are they auto replies, auto generated? They crap me up. No, I made one, was it 100? No, I made 50 dedicated sound effects. And I assigned them to like 1 gifted sub, 2 gifted sub, 3 gifted sub, No, wait, no, maybe, no, I think I had a limit. Maybe it might have been 30. It might have been 30. And then I did a 50. And then I added a 69 one for, because Snut wanted one. And then I did one for 100. So yeah, like, that's bloody mental. So if you was to do like a 19 subs, it will do the specific sound for that item. I made like 31. I literally just sat here, hit record on OBS, put the real voice on, and then just, you know. Bloody mental, chat. You're bloody mental. Bloody mental. But the top sub before today is still Rob with 70. bloody legend. Someone said it weirdly. The internet made it into a meme. What's up, Shane? How you doing, man? How you doing? The real voice. Yep. Ooh, the real voice. I'm so glad I've never used Teams. So glad I've never used Teams. But as I was saying, before I rudely got interrupted by Disco Flower, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna put half of the blame on Renoshi there, because I feel like Renoshi poked Disco Flower with a stick and was like, "Disco Flower, it's your turn." And then Disco was like, "Oh, okay, hold my poodle." So, yeah, I've been playing Shapes 2 1.0. Good time. Good time. It actually officially releases next week on the 23rd. So, we have that. We have that. Let's put that over there. Hold my poodle. I want to finally get the game open now. Pragmata. Has anybody been playing it? Capcom did send me a key for it. It's a nice little story game. We might probably want to do. Actually, we'll probably do it. The little girl's hair is bothering me in Pragmata. Alright, let's put that over there. Load game. I don't like that one. I don't like that one. Because I have one of them. I don't like that one. Jesus. All right, let's do that. Let's do that. Is that better? No. Now we got the ring thing. Because you guys know how much Oh. I have a package coming. And we have a package coming, and I need to whip out the gloves for it. Oh. A package coming. I might need to whip out the gloves and do a video on it. The guys over at Subnautica 2 sent me a gift. Unboxing gloves. Not the letter. Yeah. Are they sending me actual fish? Could you imagine if they actually sent me a Leviathan? Oh, I wonder if there is a 10-hour Subnautica fish tank. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. "10-hour void ambience."
Hey, Bitz.
Can't be hard to make, right? Saying that, there is an hour one I can put on a loop.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
I don't know. Chronically Ill Lucy. As someone who has chronic pain, please know you make my day a bit brighter. You put a smile on my face. It sounds cheesy, but pain can be tough to deal with. Lucy, thank you so much for the £20 super chat. £20. I think there was a membership as well, wasn't there? Did it come through at the same time as a gifted sub? It was. Lucy become a member as well. And by the way, I did see your message on the post. So thank you so much for that as well. Yeah, the pain has not been really the problem for me on my knee. For those that don't know, I've injured my RCL in my knee. I went over in the back garden, smashed my knee against the wall at the bottom. Hence why I've been in a lot of discomfort this past 2 weeks. So I've torn my RCL in my knee, and it's been annoying. It's been annoying more than anything, because it's constantly like burning, but the uncomfortable burning, and more of it feels like there's something's tickling my bone, but I can't scratch it or relieve the sensation of that. So when I'm laid there in bed at night, it's kind of like it heightens. So I have to overwhelm my senses to not focus on it and get a sleep that way. That's like, I've not been able to sleep because of it. The doc says something about it. Yeah, it's that is a natural thing for it to happen because it's repairing itself, you know.
Hey, Bitz.
Hey, Brylon. Hello. But on the plus side, my my physio has given me a full-on free treadmill because he's getting a new one. So I'm like, it's a win. Full-on win. It's not arrived yet. It's arriving next week.
Hey, Bitz.
Hey, Raymond. Hello, hello. How's the audio, by the way, chat? How's the audio, by the way? Because I've overhauled everything. No, walking straight. No, we're not doing any form. I'm not bringing it. It's too big. It is foldable, but it's not going under my desk. I'm not doing anything on stream with it. It's going to be for me and my TV shows and things.
Hey, a resub.
Hap. Oh! 1 year, Hap. You think audio is fine? Okay, nice. So, for those that don't know, my camera is now not on the streaming OBS because I've done a big brain thing. You guys know how I've figured out how to stream in HDR now across 2 PCs, where before you couldn't do it because you have to duplicate your monitor to the Elgato, so then you get the same picture. But when you duplicate 2 monitors, you can't have HDR. And you know how now I'm using OBS to send a screen projector to my so basically inside OBS here, right? Inside this, oh, you guys can't see it, can you? Just realized you guys can't see it. Because I think I'm hiding. Is it in settings? I must be doing it in settings. Advanced. I don't think you can see it in this. Sources. Enable browser source. No. Where do I allow you guys to see it? Is it in video? Oh, output. No. General. That one. There you go. So you can see this now, can't you? It's gonna look a little crazy, right? So this is your browser. So this is not your browser source. This is your like output window. This is what you guys see, right? So when I right click this, I click projector. So I come into here, open preview projector, and I send it to the Elgato Capture. Normally, these two monitors are duplicated, so they're exactly the same. And that's how you guys see the feed. But I have a really fucking good monitor, right? It does 240 hertz, 4K, it's a QD OLED, and it does HDR at 1000 nits, right?
Hey,
and
Bitz.
I can never do HDR when gaming, because when you duplicate displays, and for you guys to see it, HDR disables. So I was playing around with things and I was like, hold on a minute, why do I not go into my display settings, right? So if I go into my display settings, and normally these two would be duplicated, right? And it disables the HDR, right? So now I put them side by side, and what I'm doing is I'm just sending this preview projector to a display that is not available on a monitor, right? Right? So well, basically the monitor's over on your side. You can see my mouse here, right down here with the thing. That's actually coming up on your thing. So I've got a virtual display, which is what you guys are seeing over here. But now I've also like, wait a minute. I know my camera can send out higher FPS and HDR and raw footage over my HDMI, right? Hence why my camera is a lot much smoother now, because before it was 24 FPS and now it's 50 FPS. Because I'm sending my camera through one PC this time instead of splitting it off into two PCs. And now I'm sending it through this PC, adding the camera source here, and then using the second PC just for overlays and everything, which goes on top of this source that is on this PC. It's a lot of stuff if you don't know what's going on, but it makes total sense if you know what I mean. So that's basically what I've done. Yes. So now I've been able to, like, I can color grade my camera, I can send raw, it's so much better. So much better. I need to move the camera there, chat. Alright. How do I play 1.2? Wanted to try it out. Depends if you're on Steam, Epic, or console. It's not available yet on console, and if you're on Steam, right-click your game in Steam, Properties, and then go into the betas branch, and just click Experimental. And if you're on Epic, it should be automatically in your library under the Experimental branch. Hi, Gouda. How you doing? I don't know what I was doing last time. I honestly do not know what I was doing last time. It's been a week since I played Satisfactory. Let me see if I understand correctly. You're running OBS on both PCs. The game PC is using it to send the capture of the game virtually to a stream PC. So I've always run OBS on both PCs. One I record with, and the other one I stream from. Right? That's how I've always run it. But now I'm sending my OBS recording preview footage from this OBS to the Elgato, which is what you're seeing. So my camera and gameplay is actually not on the streaming PC you're receiving it from. So my recording screen here is what you guys see. So where I've in the past had problems of, oh, I can't see the game footage. Well, technically, I should never have that problem again, because if you guys don't see the footage, it means the recording will not see the footage. Does that make sense? So that mistake won't happen again. The only thing that could potentially happen again is the audio. So yeah, I just right-click on this. I send this. So this is what this is here. The preview projector. If I click that off, you're now just seeing the desktop on the other PC. On the actual virtual monitor. That's what you're seeing it on. So when I click add again, preview projector, send it to the capture card now, it comes back. So whenever I need to disable a camera now, I need to disable it on this PC. Hence why there is no camera on the vertical stream right now on the vertical scenes right now. So if you're watching this on the vertical stuff on Twitch, you're not going to see a camera there. Well, to be honest, you'll probably see it in the corner of the actual gameplay section. You know, because I do need to kind of sort that out. And the way I would do that is because normally, if I go to my scenes here, vertical chatting. Yeah, so basically on that scene, I didn't realize there was no audio on that scene, by the way, because I changed everything. So what I need to do is where you saw the game section then, I need to duplicate that. I then need to crop out all of the gameplay and put the camera up in the top corner. And then, you know, hence the reason. That's basically what's happened. Anyway, chat. Anyway, what was we doing last time? Satisfactory. We built that, didn't we? It's been a week since we played this. It's been a week since we played Satisfactory. And we were sorting out the copper, wasn't we? Why was we doing the copper? It was to merge with pipes, wasn't it? To make rotors. Because I've not been streaming for the past week. Just so you guys over on the YouTubes are understanding why. But this video won't come out for like another couple of weeks. Right, so what was we doing? We set all this up. We needed to duplicate this, didn't we? Oh, hello. I actually needed to duplicate this whole setup. Because we have another copper line we need to make. So we need to duplicate this. How are these running? These should be 270 each. I'm pretty sure they should be 270 each. Let's just wait here for 60 seconds and see if there is a missing gap anywhere on this. There shouldn't be. I think it was just sat on 269 because we just loaded in. You know. We should be good. We should be good. Yeah. Whenever there's no audio on YouTube, there's no audio on Twitch as well. You both both of you have got exactly the same. Okay, let's duplicate this. So I made this a walkway. How much was it? Was this a 3? Yeah, this was a 3. So we're gonna do that, and that.
Hey, Bitz.
What's up, Zaroon? Hello. Hello. So let's get this duplicated. Guys, I appreciate all the follows coming in, by the way. And especially if you've been liking the YouTube stream as well. That is very much appreciated. How many did I do now? I did. Did I overclock any of these? I overclocked that back left one. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Left him up there. Go too far forward. By the way, has there been another update to Crimson Desert? Does anybody know? Any more updates or any more info? Let's just copy that. And take that. Wait, why did I... Oh, I separated these. I did these per foundation. And they're wrong way as well. Last one was the 15th. Okay. Oh, the 15th for this month. Anything interesting? Recipe set, yes. Yep. Came from the YouTube videos. Was off today, so catching a stream. Hell yeah, nope. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Next week, Monday onwards, by the way. So, so many games. So many games to play. So many games to play. Because we still have more Crimson Desert to play. Windrose is still in early access, right? Windrose is not in full release. So if it's in early access, we can hold off on that. We have Shapes 2, which comes out into full release on the 23rd. I sent everything to the back, didn't I? I did. But I also want to play Pragmata as well. I did it all on that side. Wait, no, 12. 15 was the 5 million copy. And oh, yeah, they hit 5 million. Okay. $5 million copies. That's crazy. In a couple of weeks. I say a couple of weeks, but a month. I've also heard, because I missed a bit of the dev stream on Tuesday. Can anybody who was in the dev stream confirm that Mikhail said that 1.2 will be releasing in July? I'll need to go back and listen. Because I don't know, he could have been memeing or anything, but I don't remember hearing him say that. Or if he accidentally leaked it again.
Hey, Bitz.
I need that foundation. Hey, Defcon. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. How you doing, sir? How you doing? They also mentioned that we sold 500k in 48 hours. Wait, what's that for? Is that for Satisfactory or Crimson Desert? Why does my audio seem louder than normal? Let me turn it down here. 69. All my audio's on 69, which is normal. It seemed a little loud. Okay, let's get that in there.
Hostile force detected. Harming raid defenses.
Mr. Total Eclipse, you're finishing a bit early. An hour early at least. How's it going? It's going alright. Bit of an impromptu stream. Bit of an impromptu stream.
Happy Friday, Bitz.
Right. We've already had mental stuff today happening, chat. We've already had mental stuff happening. You guys have already got a little crazy today. Got some videos to work on. Don't blame you. Don't blame you. I've just completed... No. I've just completed the one I've got to do for you. For you, actually.
My favorite number smiley face.
For the 23rd. I've just completed the one I need to do for you. Hey Ronan, good to see you, man. But hopefully you had a good stream. Guys, go and check out Total Eclipse. Go and show him something. He's a very, very good friend of mine. So, go and show him some love. We were just talking about thingy. Windrose. On when we should play it. Or when we should play it again. Do we want to do it for our Monday stuff? We might need to talk about it, but let me know if you want to do it for Monday stuff. Or whatever. Maybe start scheduling it in. Go down for that. Cool beans, cool beans, cool beans. I love that. Let's do that. Yeah, better than bud. I'm at the airport, headed to Vegas, so won't be around. You're going to Vegas? Jeez, haven't you just got back from a Hawaii, haven't you? Big screen. Just got back from a Hawaii. Already off to Vegas. Input last time, wasn't it? You just shifted over right last minute. Who's hosting? I think Total's hosting. I think it's server based and oh no, but Total invited me. So but yeah, I do want to continue playing it, but it's like one of those. It's like there is a lot of games to play at the minute. As you guys know, we have Crimson Desert, we have Shapes 2 on the 23rd. I have Pragmata I want to play. We have Satisfactory to play. So it's like, do we fully lock in Windrose, or do we hold off on Windrose since it's early access and then come back to it? You know what I mean? It's like it's one of them scenarios. these are merged on there. Oh, I forgot to tell you, chat. I've got a little announcement to make. I've not even told Joe. The only person I've told is Total and Kibbs. I am now working for YouTube part-time. Surprise. I'm working as part of their their brand team. So brand partnerships and brand connecting. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically connecting creators to brands via YouTube. So you know how I've been doing these like trips down to London and stuff with YouTube and doing all that stuff. It's kind of been a part of that. But yeah, no, yeah, I'm working with them. Yeah, I'm working with YouTube now, part time. They randomly asked me, it's kind of like last week. And I've been kind of rattling my brain and thinking about it and looking at like, what's it called? But like, I don't really have to do much. And I get paid a salary. So, I basically now work with YouTube, a small little team we have, and there is a new page. Well, I say new page, but it's relatively new on the YouTube backend called Brand Connect, and it's where like your media stuff is and all that kind of all that jazz. And they really enjoyed my expertise in regards to my past experience with working with many brands and sponsorships for creators. So they want to pick my brain and everything in regards to that. And they want me to be a part of the team to make sure that brands can directly connect to creators and do it all that way. And, you know, yeah, I know, Lepore. Yeah, I know. It's a thing I need to fix. Yeah. No, I just deal with as part of the user research and dealing with just random ass meetings and face-to-face meetings sometimes. Just trying to connect stuff. It's only part-time because I didn't want to go full-time. They did offer me a full-time position. I didn't want to take a full-time because if it was a full-time position, it does mean I'll be traveling down there 3 times a week. Where with me being part-time, I can remotely work from home. And every so often I will go down there, kind of thing, you know. So that is yeah, it's basically some cheeky little news for you. That got confirmed on Tuesday. Yeah. So it's just something to kind of add to my portfolio, you know. Bada bing, bada bosh. And speaking of sponsorships, we do have a sponsor coming up on the 2nd or 3rd of May with a little indie game, a little Civilization indie game we're going to be doing, where we roll dice to determine certain effects, which intrigued me. Splitter was coming up from this side. Well, line is coming up from this side. Actually, before we go ahead with this, let me get the power lines in. Want the position of the rail ladder there, block the input of the machine. No. Hence why I've put the waste. A lot of people don't realize this, but in Satisfactory, for things to look pretty decent or do things, you have to work backwards. Because sometimes it is quicker to build backwards rather than... like, I could have easily have made that a lot quicker, and what I've done here by just blueprinting it. I could have just blueprinted that and made it... Really, I should do that, because we are going to make a lot of engines. I should really do it. What I'm running? Do you mean as in like PC specs, like Kizikos or do you mean like exclamation mark settings for game settings? Power cable's on this side, isn't it? One of my merges isn't lined up. Oh, is it not? Oh, I bet it's not lined up to the input, is it? Output, sorry. There it is. There it is. I'll fix that out when I go back up there. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I just realised that. Yeah, myself, Toddle, and Kibbs all streaming on a Friday evening in Satisfactory. That's a little wild, isn't it? Spoiled for choice.
Hey, Bitz.
Hey, Dynamo. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Hey, Bitz.
Hello. Just watch all three. Yeah, I've noticed Sips has got back into Satisfactory as well. How's he getting on with the... How's he getting on with it? Because fun fact, Sips has been back and forth in the game for many years. As a big lover of Jaffa Cake factories, he's he does enjoy a bit of Satisfactory now and again. I had these connected on this side, didn't I? Swing that over there. He's building the HC Justin. Okay. Yeah, Sips. He's part of the Yogscast. He has been enjoying a lot of Satisfactory. He played a lot of it. He's played a lot of it over the years. Very nice. Oh, thank you. Let's do that. Where's my water? The knee's doing alright, it's just annoying, Dynamo. It's annoying more than anything. Okay, that's that done. These are connected. Them power is connected. Let me just make sure. Did I overclock that one? I overclocked that one, and I overclocked, I think, this one as well. I did. So we need to grab them recipes from there. Looking forward to me jetpack chat. I'm gonna lie to you. Copy settings. Did I get them in? I did, and I did. Nice. That was this on my femur, just under my kneecap. The swelling is annoying. Yeah, so because what it is, don't get me wrong, there is some pain there. The pain doesn't bother me. You know, like pain just in general doesn't bother me. But it's the constant burning sensation. That's what it's doing. It's constantly burning and warm. Like inflamed, you could say, but it's part of the repairing process. But it's more of the annoying thing. It's like having an itch you cannot fucking scratch. You know? So it's like very restless. It's like, have you ever had like, you needed to get an elbow crack out, and then you have to keep twisting it and doing all that stuff to try and stop that from just to pop it? Like, but the thing is as well, it's that irritating burning itch where it's like I can't get to it, but it's there and it pisses me off. So when I'm laid down in bed at night and I'm trying to get to sleep, my brain is hyper focused on it. So I'm getting restless sleep. Hence why when I go to sleep, I have to put music on. I have to put a TV show on and watch, and I have to overload my senses to fall asleep. So, you know, so, and whatnot. Yeah, it's the annoying thing. You broke an elbow? Yeah. Yeah. I can't say I've never broken my elbow, but CBD bomb. Like I've been, my physio has, oh my God, tell you something, physios are brutal. You've never been to a physio. They're the worst. They heal it, but it's a bad experience. Because they're just like, let's just twist, pull, like, Jesus. You know, when doctors, they do the same, but they know the limits. Physios are just like, we're doing this. Get your ass laid down, lift your thigh up to your chest. You know, bend that leg, stretch it, start turning it 45 degrees. Holy moly. Right, let's fix this bit up here now. Oh, sugar. Yes, good. We can go a bit further into the thing. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But yeah, so yeah, that's basically what we're doing. I've got one thing I did find out, like, because I go and get like checkups every like once a year, like a full body checkup and all this kind of stuff. And my recent one come back with, as you guys know, I like to share everything. You know, we're all human. I got high uric acid count, if you know what that is. If it gets bad, it can cause kidney stones. These should be splitters. Yes. Thank you. So what uric, ulric, it's crystallization in your blood that attaches to the joints. So it feels like arthritis and all that kind of stuff, and whatnot, and it attaches to your joints. So I've got to take care of that, and the only way I can take care of that is just I've got to reduce my red meat intake and certain fish and gout. Yeah. So I've got to reduce my red meat count and fish. Yeah. Gout is painful. Extreme, yeah. Have you guys had it? How, like?
Hey, Bitz.
As you guys know, like, pain doesn't really bother me. Pain's. I'm part of that 5% population where I think it's my superpower. I like to talk about it all the time. My superpower. How is rich people's sickness? Why? How so? When I changed to my current diet, all the sugar was such, it went away on its own. Yeah, that's basically what I think. Because I was looking at like what causes it and stuff like that, and I think I need to cut down on the. So I'm just basically going on a not a water diet, but I'm just going on pure water, and I'm not drinking any like soda or anything. And whatnot. So, of course, I'm still going to drink Red Bull. You know, I'm still going to drink my Red Bulls. But yeah, I've cut out everything. Even when I went for my birthday, I had water. I didn't have any alcohol. Didn't have any. Yeah, I had water. That's all I need to do. Just, I already take a high count of water in there anyway. But the thought of having kidney stones, no, I don't want that. No, nothing, unless they've got a new medical way of doing it now. I do not want anything to shoot up my PP that is not my own porridge. That's grim. Oh, yeah. You had gout in your knee back in January. Get rushed. So apparently it starts in your feet, though. Apparently, when you start getting gout, it starts in your big toes on your left-hand side of your body, apparently. That's where it starts. As long as that's green, it won't connect to that. There we go. Oh, I've put all these the wrong way, haven't I? Because I was... Yeah, they need to go sideways, not where they are now. Interesting to put in it. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it was a bit grim. But as you know, my spicy brain says the first thing that comes to my brain, and then regret it afterwards.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Started in your knee. time to time. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da. Have you noticed though, chat, that all of this stuff happens, most of the stuff anyway, happens when at the start of your 30s? It starts when you get into your early 30s. That's when problems start to persist. Is when you get into the early 30s. Hence why way back in the day, way back in the day, 30 used to be kind of like the normal health cap limit. What's up with Van Helsing? How you doing, man? Didn't know what was going on. Yeah. That's all this stuff when you hit 35. You must have had a healthier earlier life, do you know what I mean? Yeah, the body starts to slow down, yeah. What are you doing with the blueprints? Yes. Yeah, we're definitely gonna be making some cool blueprints for this playthrough. Okay, nice. Oh, still like randomly you popping up. Recipes are all done. Yeah, recipes are all good. Lifts time. Let's get the lifts done. We got the right height, ladies and gentlemen. Whoop. Boop. Boop. Do. In your 50s now. It gets a lot worse. Yeah, I'm trying. I feel like at some point in your life, and I think I've just hit that point where you're like, okay, you need to start changing things. You know what I mean? I think everyone has that point in their life where you're like, okay, time for me to change a few things. And especially with this knee injury that I've had, it's making me like, okay, we gotta do something. We gotta do something. Wait, you're yellow. You should not be yellow. You should be green. If it's yellow, it's connecting to the connector on the inside of the splitter, just what I'm using for. Oh. Voice down, so in the same boat. Nice. Let's put that on there. Do that. Salted. I think we're maybe done here. Was I going to make this one the one I'm going to do for cables? Oh no, we was going to bring another. Oh, we was bringing another copper in, wasn't we? I was going to do this one as wires, and then the one over there was going to turn into cables. Yes, that's what we was going to do. Oh. Okay, let's do that. Let's get all that hooked up. We'll get all you coming down. Did I have to... I did. I did push these out a little bit further. Did I was 100 times? No. Spectre, it's the same save. I've just gone to the Satisfactory calculator website and increased it from there. Because you're able to do that. Oh, that needs to be Mark III. So on the Satisfactory calculator website, you can actually now change your power consumption settings, recipe settings, and milestone multiplier. You know. Would you bring all the nodes by conveyors training to one central location? I think most people do that, Si. You know. But yeah, most people generally kind of pull everything to one kind of base in the desert, or start extracting everything to one distribution hub to distribute it somewhere else for your trains. Where did I line this up to? It doesn't really matter. Why are you 268? I need to take a look at this. Why these are down? Because we can't be having that. Because for all we know, it could still be warming up a little bit also. Because as you know, I don't leave my game running once we should. What you see on stream is what you're going to see all the time. You know, the only time I load into this save is when I need to make a thumbnail. That's the only time I load into this save. Yeah, Mark III. Yeah. Mark III belts. Right, that's that done. Let's get these stress tested. And get this up and running. We do need to sort the underside out. I don't think it won't be a... It could be... I was looking at that. I was like, hold on a minute. Why is that one going up thingies? Because that one's meant to be doing that because one of this side has been overclocked, one of the machines, to make sure we hit the extra 270. I was like, hold on a minute. Wait, which way did I put the splitters in on the input side? Oh. Which way did I have them going? Oh, I've got to go in the right way. Nice, okay. Right, let's get you guys down. Did I push you right up against it? I did. Nice. Let's get you down as well. Belt going in. Belt going in. Let's get you down. But that's why we just leave it running now. You know, we'll just leave it stress tested. Just so we can make sure it's optimal, and then if it persists, we can look into it further. Right, you are coming from underneath, which is that. Let's just get a power connector. Connect you from there to there. Connect you up to that grid. And you guys need to be powered, which you're coming in from there. Are you lined up to that one? You are. So all them should now be being consumed. Right. We should have power in this whole thing.
Subscription.
A Skinber gifted a tier 1 sub to Shikya Booty. They have
Gifted
given
a sub to
228 gift subs in the channel.
Doesn't that mean that now you've got to produce 4,500 smart plates more and delete them so it looks like you completed phase 100 times? Oh, wait. Saying that we're on 4,000. And what's our current play time right now? Also, Simba, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Booty. Thank you so much, man. Where am I going here? Oh. 41 hours. Well, 42 hours, you could say. I'm liking 1.2. Yeah, liking it. Definitely liking 1.2. It's definitely brought a breath of fresh air into the game, because it randomizes the game now. So like most people, including myself, generically knew where we was going to build a bases, and I can just go to this buy, it goes grab the oil, blah 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 blah, all that kind of stuff. You know, we've done it over and over again. So it's nice to now have the randomization of the nodes so we can be totally different from each other as well. Because where I'm building, what I'm building now, you will not build that in the same place because you're probably going to have different ores. You won't have the same ore count. You might have them all pure and all that, but you're not going to have the same ore ratio, you know.
Thank you.
Another hype train chat. That's the second one today, I think. Wacky Pie, thank you so much for the 3 months of subscribing. Thank you so much, man. It's very, very kind of you. Thank you so bloody much. Any Sam to you? I think we have got some Sam somewhere. Yeah, right there. I'm literally looking at it. And another one there. Like, this area right now is incredible all the way until endgame. We have every single node in this area. Every single node in this area. And I don't just mean just one of each. We have at least minimum 2 of each in this area. Actually, no. We don't have any uranium here. Or if we do, I've not seen it. But I've not seen any uranium here. Are you using daisy chaining stuff yet? I've not unlocked it in the MAM yet. Yeah, I've not unlocked the daisy chaining in the MAM yet. Did we connect top shelf up to that shelf? I don't think we did. I've got the sort the input out over here. What position did I put you in? Did I connect you? Where did I connect you? Was it just, it was to the edge. It was to there. Okay. Get that running. And I start making sure everything is optimized. Optimized. Away from the main base. True. How long do you think it'll be an experimental for? Apparently, Mikhail mentioned it on Tuesday. I don't know if this is fully confirmed yet, but July. Up until July. But I don't see that happening. The only way I can see that happening is if there's been an issue with the console update with 1.2. I'm thinking May. I'm thinking next month. I'm thinking at least mid-May. They have something else planned alongside. What do you mean? They've got new features coming as into 1.2 also. Interesting. Any quotes? This is like the sequel. I don't think they've ever done that before. I'm trying to think, what update have they released in the past that added additional content on the actual update, official update day? If they have, I'm pretty sure it's early on. Tape before being stable. 1.1 was a while because it introduced onto consoles. The biggest, this has had an engine upgrade, right? So update 7 was update 7 when they transitioned to Unreal Engine 5. It was, right? Update 6 was exploration. Update 7 was, update 8. Update 8 was pretty long because your engine change. This has also not got an engine change from, it's gone from 5.2 to 5.6. Update 7 was blueprint. Yeah, it's gone from 5.2 to 5.6 on engine. Oh, where am I going here? So the only things that will be holding them back, and I've always said this now, ever since console got announced, that the updates will be an experimental longer, I think, due to there's more work to be done to add, to make sure, to be honest, updating on a console should be quicker because there's not many different variables in specs out there compared to PC, where PC has different GPUs, different CPUs, different RAMs, different, all that stuff. So there's many variables that will affect, where consoles just have the one platform. It just depends on what gets implemented, right? So that's the only thing. Plus you're playing console as well. Yeah, I'm thinking May. I'm thinking definitely May. If we was to have a look at what days, 21st, 28th, 5th. I would think they would have the 12th in mind, because it is coming up to the summer holidays as well, where a lot of the team does take time off. So they want at least a good little bit of leeway to fix any problems after release. So if you give them 4 weeks after that as well, that will take it into July. That takes it into, you know, summer. Well, getting into summer, I should say. Maybe a process. Yeah, I don't know how the whole thing. I'm not a dev in general. I just speculate and just go off what I generically understand. Let's take a look at what's going on here. As long as I can see machines working. Okay, you got 100. You're 97. Make sure all these guys are running. Okay, you are running, you're just waiting on the you're the overclock one, so yeah, you should be the one getting fed less. Yeah, you're bunged up, so you should be getting fed. Let me just double check this end one over here. You're averaging out now, are you? Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, you're 100%. Yeah, you should be fine. Damn parachute. Anybody got any plans for this weekend, by the way? I feel like I've been so switched off this past week, you know? This past week, I've just been like away. Hey, Doug. Have you tried the console version? Yeah, we tried it on PS5. In gaming. Looking at a new car just in general. So it was the whole incident just like a whole write-off after crash. There is a gap there. There was a gap there. You're 100%. Let me double check the outputs and belts. You're 100. Your output in all belts should be fine, because none of these should have a variable unless it was this side that was being affected by it. You are set to 100%. Unless you randomly shut down. Are you guys... Yeah, you're full on copper. You're full on copper. You're full. All these should be full because it's further read on the line. I have a feeling that maybe this... No, because then that wouldn't be 100%. How did you have a gap in there? If this whole line is running 100%. Unless you drop to 99 and jump back up, but then that should come down as an average and not. Everyone stir. Everyone stir. Happened again. Few quality of life features. I just started to get into Satisfactory for the once and made some progress. Today, Captain of Industry dropped a very nice update with the train system. Wasn't that yesterday? 4.1. Few hours in there. I agree though. I agree. Okay, Ron, yeah, okay. Plus got bees this week, so letting them settle in. You got some beehives? Next, quick pop Discord if you want to open, yeah. Oh no. Well, I want to remain. I want to keep the Discord private. Don't worry. The amount of like I was receiving, and so was the mods. The guy you have, Deck. He always used to ask to try and become a mod in the Discord and get this up and running, all this kind of stuff. And now,
Hey, Bitz.
then he left the Discord, and then he come back. Well, he didn't come back in the Oh, he did. He come back in the Discord, and before even asking for like verification or anything, he reached out to Murwalk, and then I noticed this morning he reached out to me as well, trying to get mod privileges and saying, "Hey, I'm part of the Coffee Cup moderation team. You can go in there and you can see my name in there if you want to verify it. I can help out with all that kind of stuff. Well, I want to remain it locked. I want to keep it locked. It's a lot more private. Yeah, so it's like he's basically DBI. Don't beg it, and it is very much a beg it. He said he dropped me an email months ago about it as well. Like, it is a bit of a beg it. And I go by face value of people, and I've always stuck to my guns on that way. You know, starting to rain. Because the thing is, he's not active in the live streams or the YouTube stuff, so I can't vouch for him. I keep loyal people very close, you know. If he was like an active member, I can understand all of that, but yeah, no. I bring people from the community into the fold. But then I also remember him having a bit of a disagreement and argument in one of the chat rooms at one point, which I was like, stop. What's up, Ryzen? Let's do that. But yeah, here we go. Sweet. I'm kind of curious and still why you were dropping just by that one. It's ever very so slightly. But oh, I needed to put this back on here now, didn't I? I need one on here. So you can see this one right here is exactly 240, which is now indicating to me something on this line is not even powered or got a connection, because all of these should be giving me 30 per minute. These ones here should be giving me 60 per minute. So this one right here, with it being set on 240, we definitely have a constructor that has either is not in operational. Let's do that. Let's do that. So it's either you're currently set to 40%, so that's through the if this was above 50%, it would be fine. We're currently waiting for this manifold to push through. We can see that none of these lines are backed up and that they are pushing through, so there's no connection issues wrong here. Because all these are feeding. You're backed up, you're backed up, you're backed up. Oh, you're backed up, you're backed up, you're backed up. You're set to 69. Nice. As soon as that backs up, it's just this end one, because this one is overclocked. It's not reaching. As soon as that goes above 50, so think about it. As soon as that goes above 50%, it's like activating another machine, because we have 200% this, because I didn't want to put, you know, 9 on one side, 9 on the other. I went for an even number. So we're just waiting for this to come in. So we're just waiting for that manifold to heal. And it'd be like this on this side as well. See, this has just hit 50%, which means this is like one machine running right now, outputting 30 per minute. So once that starts booting up to 51, it's kind of like the second machine boots in. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. DMs for spam. Yeah, it's always gonna be like that. DMs for Sam, because like I knew as soon as he started reaching out again. I know that probably you mentioned it in your Discord with your mods about what I did in my Discord, hence why he reached out again, because he wasn't in my Discord to find out what happened, and we didn't announce it anywhere. So I'm guessing that's how we found out. Enjoy work, Helsing. Yes. This is a full pure, yeah. Let's do that. I'm just going to leave this running now. We do need to do another one of these now, though. So whilst this is kind of getting on, let's get the let's decorate a little bit. It is spitting a little bit. It's spitting. I got these. Yeah, these kind of pushed out a little bit. Put that there. That's not there. Let's just get you in. Yeah, let's get you into there. Oh, that's okay. Let's line you up to that. Boop. Let's get rid of you. Don't need you. We didn't go any further than that. Then we started leveling you guys out, which I would have started doing that way. Okay. I'm just gonna put you there. You there. Boom. Boom. And you're part of that. Let's lock you there. Move you to one side. Move into that. Boom. Boom. I'm gonna put you there. You're gonna be going there. Oh, set to default. Put you in there. You're gonna come along here. You're gonna move over. You will do the same on your side. With this, I took you straight over. Take you to there. Lock you in. Push you over by one. Take you that way. And then I just want to make sure that you're level. Yeah. You are level. Oh! Bet one of you knew that was coming. Run it with the Discord, even if you're not sending the feet pics in DM. Oh, the feet pics are in. The feet pics are there. Maybe you just don't have access to them. Hmm? Hmm? Yeah, but all my moderators are on all that stuff. I've known them. They've been in the community for ages. The community members, they're not just people who want to be Discord mods. I don't want that. You know how the whole Discord mod meme is. We don't want them. As new somehow. I think I'm good. What do you mean? Yeah, but you gotta realize though, Mewok, that's new enough 4 years ago. At least. Five, maybe. Who's our newest mod? Who's the earliest community member that we've got as a mod? Ronan's been in the community since, like, we did the New World stuff, so that's new enough 5 years ago. But he's been in and out. Yeah, but it won't have technically you, Kizkus, maybe? It's... I actually don't know. You've been here forever. Yeah, you was my first ever viewer, Joe. What do you mean? My first ever viewer. Pushing my mother. It's a little bit different. Bloody hell. Doug. What are you typing, man? You're writing novels. Why did I put a gap there? Mind. I will try to mind the gap. Stay out of it. How can I stay out of this? The whole conversation has diverted to moderator stuff and stream stuff. Discord mod stuff. So the whole chat's pivoted anyway. So it's... let's do that. Pull you down this way. What was the angle I put on you? Let's just grab you from there. Keep that same angle. We'll pull it all the way through. Put them into there.
Fluid intake immediately.
Bitz, you're a smooth.
Hey, Bitz.
There we go. I'm sorry, but it can't always be about you. It's my fucking stream. You're the one hijacking. What do you mean? Let's do that. Hey, Leo. How are you doing, sir? It wasn't good. Okay. Did I didn't take you that way, did I? So I lined you up, and I think I got you and then pushed you back until about there. I must have done that. Then push that into that bit. I think that's what I did. Did I? It was a full. Nope, you're not supposed to go under there. Wait, did I take it? Oh, I did. Okay, I need to push it back one more. Just realized. Have you go back that way? You to there. There you go. That's how I did it. That's how I did it. I remember now, I remember. I do half in yours. Is you'll be working for 2 hours on cosmetics for it to like look like a 3-year-old with crayon. Time and patience, my dude. Time and patience. everybody can do it all. There's no rush to getting the game complete, you know, so take your time with it. Do 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 do. We're shooting there. Sorted. Yeah, let's do that. 1, 2. Did I have you going at the bottom of that one? You did. Take you down there. Rob, let me check something. Oh, sugar. Hey, Tonic. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, my dude. You're all lined up. They do look like massive sleds, don't they? On the light, like... they are becoming like massive sleds. Did I pull you from there? Oh, I did. Let's do that. Let's do that. Needs better. High school coach told a kid one day, here's the... Or you have 2 other knees, your left knee and your weenie. Wow. Wow. Take you to there and there and there. Time is it? 21:14. 9:15. Right, let's get you locked in. Get you down here. You don't need to come that far. I can get you painted. Get you to line up with that. Oh, let's take you back. Okay. Is that done? You're all done. How is my current numbers on this? 267. 267. 269. I need to keep an eye on this number, why these are dropping ever so slightly, but that constructor is full now. You're going to be receiving what we've got on there. I need to... I'm going to guess it's going to be this left one here that's going to fill between that one. Because these two are getting the same items. But there is a slight discrepancy, and it's kind of curious on why. Because all the machines stay at 100%. All the lines are fine. Lifts are fine. Because these are sending out 60 per minute. We don't need any Mark II belts on this whatsoever. We have Mark III's going down the arterial route. 270 going into each of these should be fine. This one's still warming up. This one should have warmed up by now. Should have warmed up. Hundred. Yeah, you guys are receiving yours when you need to. The game ought to limit the amount of resources per node somehow, like it's a recovery system where nodes go from pure to impure. And they hit depleted. Something like that. Sounds alright. Won't do it though. 270. Oh. Why are you not... Zero's not working. Why is 0 not working on my number? Oh, there it is. 270 divided by 39. It's 15, isn't it? It's 15 per minute, not... I think I was like, hold on a minute. That's plates. So it should be 18. 18. No, on the other side. Got 18 on the other side. Why are these overclocked then? Why are these overclocked then? Why did I overclock these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, yeah. Oh, that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I've overclocked by 200%. That's 9. So we've got 18 on either side. This is going to show 16. But then we've got 2 of these set to 200%. So that's the 2 additional ones. So yeah, that's fine. And then as we know, we have 7 of these sending out 30 per minute. And then we have the other one here sending out 60 per minute, which is 270. So how this is going down here at the rate it's going, because there shouldn't be a gap on this. I have a feeling there's some hickory-dickory dock going on. I feel like there's some shenanigans going on here. Because we know it's 100% optimized. We know these are all fine. These are all fine. The items are coming in are fine. Because this is consuming 120. 30, 60. Yeah. 90, 120. This is consuming 150. Which is the 270 for ore to come in. So you're all fine. You guys are running perfectly fine. You're not stuttering. Otherwise, if you were stuttering, that means the ore will be backing up. Either the counter is incorrect, but then we've visually seen the items, not on the line. It's just, it's one like every 10 minutes-ish. That's not appearing on the line. There. That gap right there. There's something weird going on. There is something weird going on, chat. You're stacked in here, so we know this line is not the issue, right? The only reason this is stacked in here is because we, when we did the whole stress testing, there was an issue at first. But there is something going on here with this merger. Because these are constantly coming in. And the only reason I say that is because all of these have copper ingots in them, right? We can see 100 copper ingots, 100 copper ingots, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, right? So hear me out, right? These are full in regards to input resources. They're full. These are not backed up. They're all constantly coming out, right? They're perfectly fine. There's nothing in here. They're all set to 100. They're all 100% efficiency. We can see that. None of them are overclocked because you can scan it here. There's no power shards in any of these. There's no summer sloops in any of these, right? I think there is a bug. Right? So 270 going into 15 is 18. Correct? 18. We have 8 machines on either side. Right? That's 16. So that's 16. This one is overclocked to 200%. That one is overclocked to 200% to consume a full 118. You know? Right? This one is outputting 60. This needs a Mark 1 belt. This has a Mark 1 output. It's outputting 60 per minute. So if all these are full, that's 100. These are all full with items. These are all producing. And this machine has an abundance of items, right? How is it that this is dropping 1 item per minute on this belt?
Hey, Bitz.
Right? Why is that happening? What's up, Ethans? It shouldn't happen. Well, I'm just making a Mark 3 to go offensive because you should know me by now, Tonic. There is something going on with this merger right here that is affecting the actual output, and which is a bug. It has to be 100% a bug. There's no other explanation. So let's just go over this again. All these machines here, right, are full on their input items, right? Their storage input is full. So they should be constantly going. Constantly producing items. These are all producing 30 per minute, right? This one here, output, is at a steady flow, right? This is not going to go past 224, and it's not going to go below 223, right? It's not going to happen because it's a direct output. How is it that if all these machines are running perfectly fine, and they're outputting 30 per minute, so 30 per minute times, what was it? 8 is 240. Yeah. Floating point bug? I have a feeling it's an issue. So we have 8 machines here. These are all, well, technically the ones we're looking at is 7. So 210 is what we can visibly see coming out this way. They're all full on the input. So it's all coming down here perfectly fine. We're now missing 60 from here. I visibly see a gap, and the counter is indicating that gap happening as well. Right? And then this is outputting 60. So this is actually sending 210. If we get a I think it's going to take some time, but we can put another calculator. This should say 210 on there. So if we just jump down here and we keep looking at this, it happens once every couple of minutes. It's not once every minute. If it was once every minute, it'll indicate there's a problem with the actual line. But we already know there isn't because all of the input machines are full. Right, we're only looking at this one. Do not take this one into consideration, right? This one, all of the inputs are full. The output of this one is half full, so it should constantly keep going. Even if that was buffering or shutting down or whatever for the input, wouldn't make a difference. But if we keep looking at this, we're now visibly going to see a gap happen in this belt, and it shouldn't be happening. There. Right there. That's the one item missing from here. You see that? Your overclocked is supplied ingots and thingy just in time. Watch to see if it's the idle. No, yeah, but what I'm saying, Lusa, is like the output it's got 225 sitting in there. So the input of this machine does not matter because it's got items sitting in there. So this is constantly sending that 60 per minute out. So everything before this should be sending out 210. And all of the inputs are full with ingots. And because their inputs are full, they should constantly keep a steady stream going out. There's nothing wrong with the input line here. It's the output lines. There is something going on with the a merger up here that is stealing an item. That's what's happening. It's doing it on the left too, exactly. It's doing it on both sides. Which is weird, because as you can tell, this is exactly the same. This has 229 on the output, just constantly going. It's always going to sit between 228 and 229 on that, right? And if we look on, if we go up here, I think it's a 1.2 bug. But then Asimba's saying he's seen it. I think you're right. If we look at this, right? Again, even if this did not say 1 on here, ignore the input copper ingots here, right? Ignore it. Right? Some Mark 3. It'll have to be a Mark 3, Stuart. Otherwise, it'll be that's a Mark 3, that's a Mark 3, that's a Mark 3, that's a Mark 3. Right? So this has a full output. We can see it's sitting on 228, and it will switch between 228, 227, 228, 229, and it will flick between them, right? I don't know why I'm doing that. I can just show you in here, right? So this will constantly switch between 1 and 2, 1 and 2. If that did not do that, right, there will be a split second where 30 per minute would cut out. Right? If we look at this, this is a constant value that's constantly sitting in here, right? It's constantly sitting in there. This machine, its input is full, input full, input full, input full, input full, input full, input full, right? Unless I've been a spoon and connected something up in the middle here, but I haven't. But then that will drastically change, right? So that all of these inputs are full, so it's not an input issue. I don't have priority merges now. So all these inputs are full, which means there are always going to be output in exactly 30 per minute. This one, the output is half full, so it's always going to send out 60 per minute. Take that, right? So it's these here, something is happening with these two mergers. Because it's getting the exact number, it's actually stealing an item. Exactly, yeah. It doesn't matter heavy gaming. That's not the point. What we're trying to get to as well, though. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you do the first or last, because again, the output is got 231 on the output, so it should be sending. You know. See, this is the, because this is constantly sending out 60 per minute onto that. That has got 210. It's now counted 210. 210 plus 60, what does that make? See, that went to 211 now. There's something going on here with this 60 and 210 merging, because how can these send out more items than it's required? You know? Yeah, they're constantly sending out 60 per minute. Yeah. The only the reason you can tell that is, one, again, there is items in here to send out. the belt coming out of here is a Mark 1, which is capped at 60. So that is constant 60 per minute. There is a bug going on here with this. With these mergers merging together. Which is causing... So even if I was to put this to a priority merger... These aren't merging at the right speeds. Because I guarantee it, right? That's gone to 211 again. If I put this on here, well, I can't, but let me grab one from over there. 268, that's doing the same thing as well. That's actually, that's still heating up. So if I was to put this here, I guarantee this goes to 61 and 60. Right? This will probably go to 61 and 60. Because that stutter that happens here, it will happen here as well, because it's not a priority merger. So that went to 209 then. But how can it? Because somebody explain that. How can that drop to 209 when all of these inputs have copper ingots in their input storage and their outputting? You know? Because copper is fluid. See, again, that dropped to 59 there. How's that?
Bitz, you're a spoon.
Someone explain that to me, chat. How is that saying 58? How is that saying 58 when a Mark 1... when a Mark 1 is coming out of there... and this output is constantly spinning. Oh. The math is not mathing. Correct. The math is not mathing. We can visually see as well, there is no separation in distance between these copper coils as well to the left. Right? It's now gone down to 60. It's not mathing. The input belt, the same speed to science it. See, the thing that I shouldn't need to. How does that come to 59? Shit game. This is kind of debunking a lot of people, by the way, who said pre-fill your machines to make things work, because clearly it doesn't. Like, even if I was to switch this to a priority merger, let me get some frames. Wait, do I not? Well, we can do a priority merger, right? And we'll put it down the what's it got? We will know exactly what's going to happen, because this will well. Even if I put it to a priority merger, it's not going to matter. What if I was just... Yeah, but it's happening to all of them. This is still warming up, so this side, it's happening to this side also. crazy. What's up, APAC? Hello, hello. Chasing a ghost if it's counters that are a buggy item. But the thing is, it's not just the counters, because if we go down here, we will visually see in a second. It's like every couple of minutes, you will see a random gap here. So either, but you can't because there's multiple problems that's thinking happening with it, right? We'll see it happen in a minute. There, right there, that gap. Here it is, right there. Oh. If it's on straight through priority, it would be curious if it's fixed. Yeah, I'm gonna put down a merger here. I'm gonna put down a priority merger. What am I doing? I need the bum 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 bum. Mr. Shaman, bring me a dream. Bum, 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 bum. Weird stuff be happening. Belt with a short belt. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a connection point or the merger itself that's happening. It's the merger is either not opening and closing at the correct tick rate it should be receiving to make the math. You know, is it intentional that you use slow belts? So one, you can visibly see, right? Because if you look at that, if I was to remove that counter, you could tell that's a 60 per minute belt, right? You know, faster belts on output. So if I was to put a Mark 6 belt on a machine that is outputting 60 per minute, if I was to put a fast belt there, it's not going to get to, it's not going to fill wherever it's going to at the a faster rate, you know. It won't do that. It's all based on throughput of the machines, not the speed of the belts. The speed of the belts is a visual indication of what it is, right? I'm looking at this, I can see this coming up 2 per minute, which means another 2 can go to there, which I know this is running at 30 per minute on these belts. If I look at this belt, I can see it's running 60 per minute. There's no visible gaps, but for some reason it's saying there is, but there isn't. This belt is actually stuttering, so this should, in theory, be 61, not 59. But apparently everything is perfect. There is nothing wrong with fluids also. No. I'm the one who makes shit up. And everything is perfect. Right, so let's put this to a priority merger, right? We're going to do that. We're going to put it to a priority merger. We have to take into consideration now, though, this could have potentially fixed it by just putting this one down. Just replacing it, right? So I'm not going to prioritize anything just yet. I'm just going to leave it as as an equal going through here. And then I want to see if it does change it by just swapping it. So we'll just leave it to constantly do its thing. The other problem it could be is that this short belt here is not going into this correctly here. But then how would that, because if we look at that, okay, let's do it onto this side actually. Let's get that and put it from there into the lift. You see, because it is taking it off there, but maybe because of this belt is not physically going in here, it's a visual thing and it's not reading it correctly. Where this one now is. You see the difference? It's still consuming from there, but now it's really going in there. So these two are are both having the same problem, but that's the only thing we've changed on this side. And the thing we've changed on this side is that this now is merging differently. We just replaced it. We caused a little bit of a buffer here. Let me just kind of clean this up. Hold on. There we go. Right. Let's visually see if anything's changed. But math ain't math. You see that small gap we had then? Because look at all the coils. They should just be kind of look like they're touching the bottom of the lift. Right?
Seek fluid intake immediately.
So if a lift is a little bit higher, there's another gap. Boom. Yeah, the priority merger didn't fix it in regards to replacing it. The priority merger has not been made so it prioritizes the arterial line. So now we're going to prioritize the central line, which should start backing this up. But it shouldn't. Why should it? Explain that. See, because even this is not mathing. Even this is not mathing. No, there's not the power shards for sure. It makes no sense. Because this should be a 60 per minute. Even if I did empty this out, which we can do that, right? It's still going to send out 60 per minute. And we can already see, I've already seen it clocked it that it's going to start backing up again. Look, because now we're 3. If it goes to 4, we're now backing up. Right? There we go, it's just hit 4. So it's eventually going to start backing up again. these outputs, there is no excessive output storage on these. These have all got 100 input. There is no belt connecting this side to this side, which would be a drastic change in numbers on this side anyway, if it was. These are all sending 30 per minute. It's 100%. The input is full on all of these, so we're always going to be receiving 30 per minute. $30 per minute. Input full, 30 per minute, 100%. How is it 30?
Hey, Bitz.
How is all of these sending an additional by the looks of this, it's sending an additional 10 down this line than what it should be doing. Alright, so that's the thing, Casual. The indication of this is showing me that this belt here, because that's 210, how is this 51? If this is outputted, we can visually see it's 60 per minute. It's stuttering, so why is this not above 60? Because clearly it's backing up. Because it's not going to 60 because this is slowing down, so this should be above. Right? The number that's missing there is the number that needs to be added onto this. It is... Wait, let me put that back down there, actually. Right, we're going to do that, and we're going to do that. I'm going to science that. It should not make sense. Weird. It should go to 60 now. Then this, yeah, but it's weird. It did the weird. So weird. Do you not find that weird? Exclamation mark settings, Winch. It's so weird. It is technically a bug. Because if you wasn't able to do, right, hear me out, right? If I was, that means all people's load balances are fucked. Is what I'm seeing here. Because if you was to do form of load balancing to take 60 off one line to put 60 onto another line, or put it into 15 per day, you know, if you was to load balance, if you was to bring 270 down or 120 down, whatever, then you was to take 60 off that, 60 off that, and then you was to send 15 into there to merge onto that one and prioritize merger it. Because what we are really doing here is just load balancing this line, but on a manifold. I can understand, right? I can how do I put this? Obsidian. Where's Obsidian? Let me get Obsidian up. Right. Go back into Obsidian. So if we have, let's say, a highway, right? We have a highway. Vehicles are going that way. Vehicles are coming this way. If everybody was at, it's going to be a fast highway, 210 per minute going down this highway, right? But then you have an on-ramp, right? And they're all coming down here at 60 miles per hour, right? And then they'll filter on, right? So it's like, because what this is showing is the 270 belt moving along is not picking up the 60 enough. Sorry, not the two. It's the 210. The 210 line that's coming along here, which is on a Mark III belt, is not picking up the 60 per minute, which is going that way onto the belt. That's what's happening. That's what's happening on this, so onto this merger. So where these lines are merging, this 60 going onto the belt is not going onto the belt fast enough to fill the gaps of this 210. It should work the way we've been doing it, but it's not. It should technically work. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that's basically what the problem is. This right here is the problem. So the only way to fix what the problem was is if you was to do a whole manifold of machines, which is what we're doing here, right? Here's my little manifold. Here's this. And let's say we're going this way, right? All of these are coming down onto these little mergers. Down here, like this. Going down here. This is a 270 belt going down this side, right? So this end bit here, these two belts need to match the input of this belt, right? That's the problem. These doesn't matter. This doesn't matter here. This does not matter. But the official output of the arterial line, the belts that are going into the merger all need to match. Otherwise, you're going to have that one issue, which it shouldn't be doing by going down by one. Because these 260 lines that are going onto this, well, no, sorry. Well, even if these were, this is not the same bloody system, do. But let's say these 260 lines here are not feeding this 270 line quick enough on this line. That's what's happening. The way you could fix this, because, and again, this is why it doesn't make sense. Because these two machines here, this machine and this machine is outputting a different machine towards these ones, right? These are all outputting 30 per minute, which is all of these, where this one's doing 60 per minute. If you wanted to do what I originally wanted to do, because I went down to an even number, if I would have put an extra machine instead of overclocking this one, like this, to 30 per minute, I guarantee it would work normally. But because this one's coming in at a different pace than these ones, it's all messing up. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. 210 and 60 now. Right? This will now set 270. So it doesn't matter if this was a priority or what here. If I put that back to normal now, that's going to fill the gaps there, and it's going to stutter back there, and it should be fine.
Hey, a resub. Thank you.
Because what this now indicates is you can never have perfectly moving belts. You know? So that should now go into there. This is now emptied. And this one will always stutter every time these go onto there. I think if you used to overclock the first pair and then have the lesser... That's what I'm saying, is like, if I was to do the first ones, it'll be a totally different matter. You know? I feel like you could have built the an entire second factory in the amount of time you spent on this issue with the belt speeds. You'd only notice if you oh, this was, yeah. Could definitely do that. This is now going to go to 210 again. This will go to 60. Because what the game is really teaching you here is you never, even if you have a 60 going on to, well, if you had a 60 going down here, and then you had different belts coming into here, you're never going to have a consistent thing. You would think a 210 here and a 60 here, these will constantly keep flowing, you know, but because it's obviously trying to find them gaps. So the outputs are working perfectly fine. Yeah, it's perfect now. Yeah, because this belt is matching this belt it only has to be on the outbound. You know. So you want to know the crazy thing here about this channel? You want to know the crazy thing here? So the people who try to perfect the game in making sure that this belt is 60, this belt is whatever speed the items are coming down at, they're getting screwed. Oh. You know? They're all getting screwed. Submit a bug report? Oh, I'll do one later. crazy. Because what the game is basically saying now, even though the output of the machine is sending 60, it is very unnecessary to do a to send a Mark 6 belt out of it, or a Mark 6 lift out of a machine that's sending 60 output, right? It makes no sense. That's what I'm saying. It makes no sense. Because it's like it's saying you after you get to, let's say, Mark 6 belts, it basically defeats the purpose of having a Mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 belts. Once you unlock 6, you never need to put the other belts down again. The same perfection is overrated. Yeah. Yeah. Weird. Weird. But now that should fix our issue. It's weird. Weird. Let me up. Brown.
Hey, Bitz.
Yo. Oh yeah, no, it's no. I know, yeah. It's because I've changed a lot of things. Yo. Because the vertical automatically goes, automatically streams when I'm streaming. It's not like it's a separate thing.
Hey, Bitz.
Yo. Alright, Pocus, you up?
Hey, Bitz.
Sonic. Yeah, it works perfectly for merging. It is a bit of a weird issue. I'll rise it up with them. Bam. Yeah. We got there in the end. But it's worth. This is a real example of chaos theory. Forget all the butterfly and Mendel crap. This is what happens in real life. The chaos theory of mass explain. Because what I'm saying here, right, is imagine if this was not a manifold, right? If this was not a manifold, and we was to load balance, do a whole load balance system here. Because the one thing is now we're seeing the knock-on effect. Look, we're seeing the knock-on effect. I said a boom boom boom. Let me hear you say way oh way oh. I said a boom boom boom. Let me hear you say way oh way oh. If this works the way I think it's going to work, I'm never going to use a normal merger ever again. It is going to work the way I think it's going to work. Yeah. I'm never doing manifolds the way I've always done them. I'm just going to use priority merges from now on. I'm just going to use priority merges from now on, because then it will stop. Because if there was all normal merges, you're going to have that backup system like we just had, right? So if I guarantee now, right, it's now stuttering from the front, right, from here. If I was to put these to mergers, to standard mergers, it will start backing up from the back. You see? And it will cause that stuttering issue. So from a distance, when you look at this, a lot of players are thinking something's going to be wrong with the belt. Technically, it's not. So it doesn't matter which way you kind of put things in this. Apparently so, Les, yeah. This is the exact same reason Total was having an issue with his compressor system. Do you remember when Total was using a compressor system and he was saying things wasn't being compressed onto other lines when they should have been? It's the exact same premises. What's going on here? Yeah, but it was also using normal merges, Asmo. It wasn't always using priority merges. It was using priority and normal merges. These are the fastest belts and can go to Polonium. So, here's a lesson for your chat. Always put your belts the same. Right? Always put the belts the same, no matter what. So if always put the fastest belts. Rule number 1. Always put the fastest belts. Second, if you want your belts to feed from the front, put merges. If you want to feed them from, like the way I've got it here, put priority merges. You know, let's assign something else here, right? Let's go with, if we now remove this from here, I'm going to copy that, I'm going to put it into this one as well. Let's now put this at the front side instead, at the back end. Boom, boom, boom. Let me hear say way oh, way oh. So now we are overclocking from this end. So if you are using just generic merges, make sure you overclock the front of your machine. If you are using priority merges all the way down your manifold line, make sure you feed the back end of your machine. To keep a steady flow across all belts. You see? There's no stuttering on the belts or anything happening now. This game, man. This game. Did everyone understand that? Everyone get that message? Hey Morgan, hi. Good to see you as well. Don't remember why I spend more time watching you play this than play it myself. Yeah, so rule of thumb when it comes to manifold lines, right? Always match whatever your arterial belt is going down the manifold, which is this line. Always put it on the outputs. No question about it. Because if you try to technically do a manifold load balancer, which is if this is outputting 60 per minute and then you put a Mark 1 there, it's going to screw you over. Right, because this, for some reason, the 60 does not fill the holes, even though it should. It makes no sense. But then, if, as you can see, like this whole belt is running perfectly fine, right? It's running perfectly fine. Everything's moving. This left-hand side, however, is using normal mergers. And you can see the back end actually stacking up. But if you use priority mergers down your manifold line, you're going to have constant flow. If, however, you are using priority mergers, make sure you overclock from the back end of your manifold, like this one, and not the front end, because if you do it from the front, you will find out that this belt here would back up. Right? So now we've overclocked that. This belt, I guarantee, will slowly back up, right? Over time. Start backing up. So it's like, it's the weird, it's a weird thing. Weird. But what it means now is we need to get Mark 1. We need to get. Wait, I've got frames being done, haven't I? Wait, have I not got? Oh, wait, I don't have frames going into my dimensional depot. Can I even make another depot? I need frames to make dimensional depot. So that's the thing, because what that indicates to me now is it looks like it's correct. So a lot of people who aren't used to factory games as well, who are new to maybe this, will think it's correct, but it's not actually correct. So the game kind of like screws you. Oh, I needed the thing, didn't I? I needed my boost. I needed more than that. But it's fine. Using belts that match the output of the machines and long manifold lines, since the machine might bunch up their output, the machine output is needed to buffer. See, that's the thing, is like at the higher end, yeah, they'll cause problems. Is it true you can generate electricity in games with trains? No, you can use your train lines to transfer electricity through the train lines. So if you had a factory, if you had a station that was powered at one factory, and then you put the train line down and then put your other station at the other end, you can send a power line from that train station into your new factory. There's a hangler. No, this is just I'm Spider-Man. With like a constant. I'm swinging in the air right now. I'm swinging in the air. Maybe I'll do a quick little video on that whole scenario. Right, so I come over here for frames and put I need frames. My little crappy starter plant. The parachute mod? It's a Spider-Man mod. What do you mean? Oh, I can't forget this because it's in there. Oh, I need frames. The Spider-Man. Spud my mod. I said a boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say whale. All right, there we go. We have frames. My brain will have forgotten it by Monday. The three main factors is always use the fastest belt. Rule number one. Always use the fastest belt. Which basically means everything, when you get to higher tier belts, all the other belts will become obsolete. Always use. So if a machine says 60 output, do not put a 60 output if you're merging it onto a line that's sending 480 items. Don't do that. It'll screw you over. Because the slow belts going onto the high belt are not feeding the high belt quick enough, even though it technically should. And then the next thing is the whole merger situation, right? With mergers, with manifolds, I'm never going to put down mergers like this ever again. I'm going to use priority mergers all the time down my manifold lines. The reason being is because if you use these mergers, it's going to be, well, these are still 6 Mark 1s, aren't they? The end ones are basically doing the way it's doing. Right? Where are the bushes? Does the lifts have to be matching the highest available as well? Yeah, because that'll need. So if I was to put this to a 60 and that to a Mark 3, obviously that's not going to feed that, right? You know, just makes no sense. It makes sense, but it makes no sense. Yep, Bob's back. Bob's back up there. So now, everything's now running. Everything is now running. It teaches you not to do your power shards on the end, because the speed of, so I could put all these to 60, but then just have this one over here running, right? Because this one here is a 60 line. These are all 60 belts. Oh, except that one. Wait, science. Science. Yeah. Exactly what I thought was going to happen. It's going to eventually back up and that end belt order will stutter. Yeah. Right, let's just do... I am just going to do what I said I was going to do. Bam, 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 bam. to clear the backlog now. Which that end machine is backlogged like crazy. Have I got a ladder up here? I do not have a ladder. Oh, let's do that. Why would you use priority merge instead of regular ones? Because if I was to use regular ones, they will all the belts will, these belts here, all of these ones will have a stutter on them. So the only reason you would use normal merges or priority merges like this, so make sure all so manifold lines, make sure all belts are the same, right? That is corresponding to your main line down here, right? If you was to do normal merges, all of these belts would stutter. So it's mainly a visual thing. The end result will still be the same, but they will all stutter down this line. Whereas if you prioritize, it's kind of like a giveaway, right? You prioritize these, not a giveaway, but if you prioritize this line, all of these will come in when they need to come in. It's weird. It's weird what we got there. Merge like humans. That's one way to put it. That's one way to put it. So if you want all your belts moving and going where it should be going, do what I've done here. But then also make sure that you overclock from the back of your line, which honestly I've not even done here because I put it back over that side. Make sure you overclock from the back of your line and not the front of the line. So let me put that back over. Did I overclock this one? I did. Let me get rid of you. Yeah, and overclock from the back of the line, not the front of the line, because then it'll start stuttering from the front of the line. Overclock from the back of the line. Yeah, it's backed up now because I've changed everything. Yeah, I've just switched everything around. Because this had like maybe 200 and something sitting in there in the output storage. So then because this is a Mark III and this is a Mark III, and this has no competing conveyor belts going into it, this was taking priority. And because these are all routing down this way, none of these was allowed to go on here until this machine emptied. So all of these machines right now are just currently emptying. So you can see this one has got 38 on the output. 36, 34, and eventually we'll go all the way down and empty its out. It's like the opposite of a warming up a manifold. This is now cooling down a manifold. Heavy inconvenience. Yeah, I don't mind that. I'm kind of curious though if a normal merger and a priority merger have different U-object count limits. That third line's clearing up now. Da 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 da. So it's like with pipes, right? So with my method with pipes is I always put the head lift pump at the bottom on the horizontal, and I always reset it at the top. Now this is exactly the same I'm going to do with the belts as well. So if I always do this, I won't have a problem. the way I do the pipes. If I do it the way I always do the pipes, I won't have a problem. Do it this way, won't have a problem. They have the same in a book for right? Yes, I would think so. I'm just gonna empty these manually. Can't be bothered waiting for these two to be done. Da 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 da. Bam 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 bam. Okay, come. They should now be sending 2, which should go onto this line perfectly fine. There we go. Now these should be both 270 down here. And shouldn't have that randomized gap. We done right? We know that's a lie. Oh no, because I've already changed it to Mark 3s, haven't I? Do 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 do. See, you see the difference now? It's cooling from the other end. Or if I now change these to this one. It'll now make all the belts floor. Bam 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 na 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 na. Da 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 dun 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 dun. Okay. Right, let's get this cooling down. We also now need to move this recipe over here, don't we? We don't want you in there anymore. Same with you. Which means I now need to go and do that. Should have copied it from that other machine. Hello? Alright, let's just leave that to cool down. Beautiful.
Hey, Bitz.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Yeah, with pipes, always use Mark 2s. Never use Mark 1s unless you're actually bringing in over 300 or bringing under 300. Oh, shit.
Bitz, you're a spoon.
See, this is the crazy thing, chat. 270. This method here is exactly what was wrong with that one, but this works. You know? It's using the exact same method over there, but this one works. You see, because it's backing up from the back. But I'm going to save it though, chat. I'm saving it. We're done for Satisfactory for today, chat. I knew it was only going to be a shorter stream than I normally would, but we actually went longer than I thought I would, to be honest. Went longer than I thought. Hey, Raspberry. Good to see you, man. Spicy Rin is the rest. But you just got here. About this weekend? No, I won't be. I might. I don't know. I've got I'm back to D&D on Sunday because people have not been able to make it the last 2 weeks. So I have D&D on Sunday. I've got a commitment tomorrow. It just depends. Keep an eye on notifications for weekend streams. I will be live on Monday because I'm going to do something now and I'm going to get into bed. So at least I'm going to bed at a decent time. Maybe Monday. Yeah. Okay, cool. Cool beans. Oh, I just closed OBS today night, and I totally forgot the camera's on there. I need to get used to that. There you go. I'm back. I totally forgot that's that. We'll give somebody a raid though, chat. Yeah. Give somebody a raid. Da, 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 da. Give somebody in Satisfactory a raid. Oh yeah. You rock. Thanks, man. Thanks. Let's see if we can raid you. So I'll give this guy a raid. Who's this? He's doing mana. Oh, there's a little bit of clipping going on. Alright. Let me grab this guy's name. Let's go and give him a raid. I'm going to quickly go for a bio break, so I won't be in his stream for long, chat, okay? Slash raid. Right, YouTube chat, Twitch chat, I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all. Thanks for hanging out today. And whatnot. I will obviously see you all on Monday. I'm near enough back to thingy anyway, so I will see you all then, okay? Thanks for the awesome support today, by the way. There's like 400 and odd gifted subs today, I think it was. Absolutely mental. Absolutely bloody mental. Maybe something around there. It was a lot. 300. Maybe it wasn't that thingy, but what was it called? All right, chat. I will see you all in tomorrow's stream. Monday stream. All right. YouTube chat, Twitch chat. I appreciate you all. Keep smiling as always. See you then. Goodbye. Bye. I got it. Is that the right? Oh shit. You got infinite. Oh. Okay.
In our basement until the sun began to rise. We would go to school but not learn too much, cause it's hard to read when you've got tired eyes. Months go by, the time it flies, past the days that we drink Kool-Aid in the summertime. Years go by, the time it flies, past the days that we drink Kool-Aid in the summertime.